hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jing, 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 jing bell.
Hey guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start off on my eyes per usual. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes using my FitMe concealer from Maybelline. Blend that out, then set it with the similar tone translucent powder or loose powder, whatever you have. You can also use an eyeshadow for this step. Then I'm going to go and put Deep Skin by Morphe into my crease. This is just going to help everything blend all nice and beautiful. Then I'm going to apply Oktoberfest from Coastal Scents and put that into my crease. And then blend it out with the same brush I just used with no extra products. I'm using Bitten from Makeup Geek and I'm applying that to my crease a little bit under Oktoberfest and into my outer V area. Then going back with that first brush and just blending everything out. Then I'm going to go ahead and use NYX Cosmetics Black Bean Jumbo Pencil as my base, and then just blend that out with a brush and my finger. And I'm going to go back in with some more of Bitten, and I'm just blending that out, making sure there's no harsh lines. It doesn't matter if you go over it, the point is that it's nice and seamless. No harsh lines, guys. You gotta blend for your lives. I'm using Utopia also from Makeup Geek, and I'm applying that. First, I'm applying e.l.f.'s glitter glue to my eye, and then putting the pigment on. It's so beautiful, super shiny. I can't. It's so gorgeous. Then I'm using a little bit more of Bitten to just blend it out, make sure there's no harsh lines. I'm using Chocolatier from Coastal Scents. I'm applying this to my crease, but a little bit under Bitten. You don't want to cover Bitten up at all. You just want it to be like a cut crease kind of thing going on. Blend that out, make sure it's seamless. Then use any black eyeshadow you have. I'm using the black from my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm blending that out. This is just going to start creating the cut crease effect. And then you want to use the same brush and kind of wing the black out a little bit just so that it blends more seamlessly. And if you make any messes, just go back with an angled brush and apply more Utopia. Any shimmer creamy product you have, you can apply that to your brow bone as your highlight. And then I use Jumbo Pencil actually for my winged eyeliner. You can use anything you want. I was just too lazy to find mine. And then I use the same black I used previously to just set it. As you can see, one is a little darker than the other. Clean up any product you have on your face, any fallout, and go back in, fix anything you need to fix. I just added a little bit more black to that cut crease. I'm applying lashes that I stacked on together by myself. I think these are Idole, Wispies, and some other lash I cannot remember for the life of me. I moisturized my face, then primed it with two primers, the Master Prime Illuminating one and a Bare Minimums Prime Time. I love the combination of these. It gives you an illuminating look, but it also makes your foundation go on really smoothly. I went ahead and color corrected using the LA Girl Orange Concealer. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and do my foundation routine. You guys have seen this before. And I used a Real Techniques blending brush. No, I lied. Sponge, and I applied that. I'm using NYX and True Match from Radiance and Loreal. And I used both of these to highlight my face. I made a little Christmas tree for the season. I applied the NYX first, then the Loreal. The Loreal is a bit lighter than the NYX. And then a little bit under the hollows of my cheeks, just so I can look all nice and contoured for gods. So what I like to do is use the cone shaped side for the highlight and the flat side for the foundation part. I like to do this so you can kind of go back and forth and really blend it out. I'm using the flat side once I'm done blending the highlight side, which really makes it more seamless because you're using the leftover product on your sponge to make it just one within itself. You really don't want any harsh lines, so you want to go ahead and do this back and forth. And then I used a brush to kind of just blend everything out, make it go really smooth. You don't want to go back in with a brush because it might be a little bit too much, so I just use a little brush. I'm going to go ahead and set my whole highlight area with the powder I used before. It's a loose powder. I prefer to use loose because it doesn't cake you up too much. And then I put a bit more on my nose area because that's where I get most oily. Then using Airspun, which is a godsend for oily skin, I applied that all over with the puff and then just blended it out and swiped off any excess with a nice fluffy brush. This stuff is like everything. I use the same powder under my cheeks just so I can get that nice sharp, you know, contour. I want to look like I've been snatched. And I put that on the sides of my nose mostly to make it look a bit skinnier and also to reduce oil. I'm going to go in and add a little more smokiness to my under eye area. I put black, then a Bitten, and lastly I put Oktoberfest to really just smooth that out. Of course, put on a little bit of mascara. Then use Revlon's Eye Art. I'm going to take that glitter side and just apply it to the space where I left open between the black and my lash line. I applied that to my inner corner as well and a little bit on my eyelid. I just put it at the back of my hand and then applied it. Then I'm using Timeless Taupe from Coastal Scents to contour my nose to make it look all nice and snatched. Then I'm using a Shea Moisture powder. I will put the name in the description box, and I will contour my cheeks for the gods, of course. And I'm also going to use Motive's Vino color, and I'm going to sharpen that contour a bit more. It's just going to make the cheeks look a little bit more deepened. I did that on my jawline as well. Then over here, I'm going to go ahead and puff my face up, and then in circular directions, I'm going to take off the product closer to my mouth. Then when I got to the hollows of my cheek area, I'm going to go ahead and just go in the direction the powder was going in. Then I'm going to highlight my cheekbones using Mary Luminizer and Betty Luminizer. Of course, I want God to see me. I want Jesus to see me on Christmas, so we need to be highlighted for the gods. This side has no highlight, the other side did. I'm also putting it on my nose, a ball on the bottom part of my nose, and then a nice little line on my nose area, the bridge of the nose I mean. I applied some blush. This one's from NYX. I will tell you the color in the description box below. Finally, I used a lip liner from Black Opal. I do not know the name of it, but again, it will be in the description box. So I went ahead and just lined my lips naturally. I didn't overline or anything like that. And then I applied the Balm matte lipstick. I also don't know the name of these, but I will tell you what they are. Just blended it out with a lip brush. Went back and forth. I used two to make it a bit lighter in the middle section, kind of having a little ombre effect going on. And that was pretty much it. Don't forget to spray your face if you used the Coty powder so you don't look powdery. And that was all, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. I'll see you next time.